but it depends completely upon a good T side. And their CT sides always seem a little bit lackluster, like they don't have a direction. But they have such a strong picking space style. But anyway, we're into the CT pistol here for G2. T pistol for EnVyUs. We'll slowly get to see what how many rounds G2 can get on their weakest CT side.
Dennis is coming in for the flank already from the pop dog area, and this could be brutal, no pun intended. Happy is waiting though for it to come in, and Dennis is not going to find a connection. That said, it's a man advantage for the CTs there as they're pushing in, and this is almost a complete wipeout. Happy is the only one that remains, and he is going to again reset the situation. He's got time on his side, and obviously that was super unfavorable. You don't want to come out of a choke point on your own with a whole team facing you. Got to get himself a 1 versus 1, although he's only got 10 bullets left in this pistol. There is one in the pop dog which he might try to retrieve. Now we can see Jacob is in the pop dog area itself. His teammate smoked it off, which might allow actually Happy to retrieve that gun. Indeed, it would if he wanted to go for it, but he's going to just stand there with his CZ for now, which is interesting because he doesn't actually need it at this point, at least for this kind of close quarters engagement. So he's going to push. Another frag comes in. He's only got 6 bullets left now. Now he's got no bullets left, Dan.
Yep, and there it is. The Glock that was lying around. And then he goes for the last shot, but he won't find it. And nice effort there from Happy.
Only Happy would do that.
I really agreed with him staying with CZ there. Like, it's so good. The thing is that it's very underrated because it's quite difficult to use, but it's incredibly good. Especially
but there are no helmets.
Sorry?
There are no helmets.
Yeah, but you tap with it, like he did. Tap, tap, tap. It's 1-0 for Kingwin. So we see the force spy coming in from EnVyUs. Dangerous on those pistols. I like the idea there from Michael Ellie. Almost finding a connection as well. And here we go. G2 playing passively, anticipating what is to come. And they just have to make sure that they can keep control over connector, and then they'll be fine in this round. The bomb should go down for EnVyUs here. If it doesn't go down, they failed massively. They should be able to get a couple kills here as well. So it's looking for a strong force buy. Already Kenny S will get a kill as the bomb gets planted, but great response here coming in from Rain. 2 frags with the FAMAS, and EnVyUs are struggling to get more than one kill. Oh, here it is. The Molotov off the door. Oh no, he messed it up actually. Wow.
Oh, the 5 spread.
Oh. Okay, maybe he didn't mess it up.
They have a defuse kit.
That was really deceptive actually, because of how far that went across. Wow. That ended up being a plant and 2 kills. That's good. That's good.
Insert when it rains it pours joke here. I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody say when it rains it pours yet.
That's because nobody stoops so low.
Maybe you're not as cheesy as you and I, Dan. Because we're pretty cheesy.
Well, you are the guy that brings in Rock 4, so...
Yeah, that's the only cheese that I'm cheesy with, Dan. Otherwise, I'm a modern marvel of science. Or something. Envy on the eco here. The bomb has been left in a passive position. They've lost Apex already, and Pop Dog will be smoked, leaving Happy with not much to do. Although he does have a deagle. He no longer has a deagle. Kishima, though, has a deagle, and Dennis will be traded, which will be a P90 in the hands of the T side, or what remains of them. 2 plays down now. Now things get interesting, because Envy still have control of the bomb, and a minute to play with.
Good damage so far from EnVyUs. If they're able to pick up 1 more kill, the amount of pressure that's gone onto the economy of G2 is pretty astronomical if you consider what's happened in past rounds. So essentially, despite being down 3 rounds, if EnVyUs are able to pull up 1 more deal kill, and there is a nice headshot from Kyoshima, then they have done the job. They know they're in a poor position, but it's okay.
This is a winnable position. I think even with 3 people there, it's so hard to defend on a map such as Training where there are so many sneaky angles and alleys. So will G2 continue to engage Kishima's deagle in such fashion? 23 seconds left, and it's getting towards the time where he can't rotate towards the B bomb site. There goes another deagle kill. Just Makalele now, but he's got the time on his side. He's going to go for the peak anyway, but he can play the clock. Kishima has to plant the bomb now. Unless
Oh,
Makelele runs out into the middle of nowhere with no cover and gets killed by... Why, Dan?
You know what's hilarious?
Why?
Is that
Dan, no!
when those Deagles are shooting in from T main, there's absolutely no reason to ever peek them because they have to go through the choke point to get the plant, obviously. But the thing is that EnVyUs were counting that G2 would be the kind of team that would try to take those Angels. And they did. If you don't respect EnVyUs' pistol play, you're going to get wrecked. And that is insane because they have no money. They needed a flawless round there, pretty much. The damage they'd receive in the past rounds. And instead, they go into all kinds of one-on-ones and boom. Nice throw there from Apex to finish off Rain, and now EnVyUs are in prime position to completely smash G2.
Well, yeah, G2 are a bit weird on this map, it must be said, at the moment. I think... Oh, never mind, let's just move on. Man advantage for Envy now, but the bomb carrier, Kenny, has 28 HP. Although he does have the Kenny factor. Apex, is he going to check all the angles? I'm sure he is. Dennis is below him, but he's on the other side of the objects, just below the ladder, which gives the CTs a bit of cover towards the other ramp. Normally you stay inside of it, next to between the object and the ladder, but Dennis is changing things up, although his gun might give him away. We'll have to wait and see. Man advantage for Envy as they push towards the B bomb site now. And Dennis has moved into the other position, but he's going to get taken down by Apex. Makelele coming in to do what he can, but he is exposed again, and he will be easily traded by Envy. So it's Fox versus 3. He is on the B bomb site, but not for long. Kenny coming in with that final frag. I
actually would like to highlight the fact that B takes are usually can be quite troublesome when you're on a buy round against a buy round, but I mean, because you can get the bomb down, but it's harder to actually hold the bomb site. It's much easier to hold the A bomb site after you've taken a bomb down on there. But what's cool is that EnVyUs realized that they had such a strong favor to actually win that because G2, sure they had a buy, but it sucked. It really sucked. Like, EnVyUs has such a big weapon advantage. He made so much sense. And now they're just able to abuse this weapon advantage into the save round of G2. Nothing but USPs to show for themselves. And, well, they're still reeling from the decisions to take all those aim battles against the Deagles. That has completely shaken them still.
Yeah, and they are paying for it in rounds in favor of Envy.
Yep. The rounds. Now I fear for G2, you know, they're running into a team here that are as skilled as them individually. EnVyUs are pound for pound maybe the best team in the world that you can make. It's hard to make that argument because with the likes of TSM Virtus Pro and Fnatic, you know, very good players, but EnVyUs is definitely up there. They're definitely up there. So the aiming style is you know, EnVyUs are going to love that.
G2 back on the buy once more, and indeed, yeah, they are not afraid of any Angels whatsoever, especially this new Envy lineup.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you want to AWP? Alright, you want to AWP against Kenny S? Oh, Happy? Okay, fair enough. You don't want to AWP versus us?
Good night.
You want to rifle against Kiyoshima? MBK Apex? Come on, bring it on, baby! Bring it on.
Good night and good luck.
Yeah, it's a tough lineup to deal with.
So, JKM and Happy going to be playing close to the Pop Dog area. Happy asking questions. Kenny has to get the answers, and the bomb is in control now of the CTs, but there is another lurker there, and Jacob's going to run past the corner while reloading and get punished for it.
That's unfortunate there. Again, you know, the new addition, JKM recently signed onto G2 after Scream left and is now part of Titan. He's definitely an interesting pickup. Obviously, you know, friends with Rain from the old days in London Conspiracy and lineups like that, and LGB and so on. And he's a great player. He's been showing a lot of promise recently as JKM. So it's quite cool to see him getting a more serious team, but yeah, he's really starting to abuse them. Again, it's another save here for G2. And one thing, if we've learned anything about G2 with those games, we have to expect them to be able to pick up, like, always have the potential to take at least 10 T rounds. Always. They can just run in and hit the shots. Like, they can do that against anybody.
We will find out a bit later on. But first, we need to see how many rounds they can get on the T side, the CT side, excuse me. Then you have 2 rounds. Still early days now, but it's not early days for their economy, which has come and gone very quickly indeed.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that is an issue for them is that, you know, historically the CT sides are very scarily kind of, or can be a little bit lackluster in rounds. And that's fine if you start on the T side, but they're starting on the CT side. So when it switches to the T side, they won't have any margin of error. And that's that, you know, if they lose a pistol round, boom, they could be out of the game straight away. So G2 have to make sure that they pick up at least 4 or 5 rounds just to give themselves a little bit of a buffer to work with as they battle back on the T side.
So the buy comes out, triple AWP. Now I'm excited, Dan. This is what I want to see. AWPers, why not get them AWPing? Fox, Makalele, Dennis coming in with AWPs and 2 M4s onto Jake and Rain. This is what I want to see on Train. This is why I want to watch G2 on Train. I want to see AWPs galore, Dan. AWPs galore.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Really throwing the money in there. Triple AWP is pretty expensive. And it's a style that G2 could be able to, you know, actually pull off. It's a possibility. You know?
I'll tell you what happened, right? Makalele's got a big red button on his desk. He presses that button and everybody buys AWP.
Alright, well, we might get the boost here. Oh, this is a really strong way to play against the AWPs. The rifles on the CTs allow you to move quickly into these retakes. And so, you know, if you get smoked off those AWPs, they can actually just all fall back afterwards. Now, Makalele gets the first shot. They've got to stop them before the bomb goes down as they move in behind the smokes. And yes, there with this AWP as well. Those smokes really paying off here for EnVyUs. They're gaining fast position in the train yard. And the bomb is down.
I like how they're using the AWP to plant the bomb and throw the nades in to allow the Ts to get deep into the B bomb site. But it's still a man advantage, which soon disappears. Kenny holding the site from the bomb area, but he's going to get a no-scope. But Rain is going to take him down. Unlucky for Kenny. 2 versus 2. That Molotov coming out once again, but it's still time for the frags to come in. NBK looking away from the flash. Rain's taken down. Just 1 versus 1 now. Makalele, does he have time to do it? He's running away. So the round's going to go to Envy. 3 AWP Sport. Only 1 will survive here for G2.
There it is. Wonderfully played around by EnVyUs, you got to give it to them, but I was quite surprised that G2 King were able to pick up so many kills there. Of course, you know, in their kind of position, they can't really afford to really concede rounds, so they've got to be able to find ways to close. But hey, you know, they're a team that can make the triple AWP work. Although they're down to just 1 AWP now, and we've got 2 AWPs on EnVyUs. Happy's picked one up as well as Kenny S, so they can play a slower round now. And if G2 try to get offensive, then these AWPs are really going to punish, but Happy just drops in straight away, takes down Rain. And that's going to be a 5 versus 4 now as EnVyUs are looking to make it even better. Apex pushing into the yard and then falling back out like a ninja.
Fox has been exterminated. Makalele soon to follow onto the extinction list. Just done this with a FAMAS versus an entire NV team. Rather you than me, my friend.
Yeah, this is pretty tough, and this is just the individual skill of EnVyUs, because in this round, they made the statement with the double AWPs that to win this round, we're going to just get picks. We're just going to play, you know, good individual play here. Just try to set up some very basic refrags on Ali, and that's it. That was it, but it was enough to almost get a clean sweep against G2, even though they had worse weapons. Shows you that individual potential from EnVyUs as well. And we saw the B execute. That looked pretty solid. It'd be cool to see that round again in the future, although there aren't too many rounds to play left. And we have not yet seen EnVyUs play in A execute with smokes. That's not yet happened. But James, we're starting to see this style of play where people, they don't even want to throw smokes.
That Envy just shoot people.
They just want to walk out into the yard and shoot people.
Double AWPs now continue from the previous round. Kenny and Happy. Happy sometimes gets a lot of flack for AWPing, but I mean, you tell me. What do you think of this?
Yeah, Happy's a fantastic AWPer. He used to just play very situational AWPing, and then, you know, he decided, you know, one day on EnVyUs, when everything was going nuts, he's just like, screw it, I'm just gonna just do whatever. I'm just gonna be like Kenny S with the AWP, running around, and apparently he was good at that as well. We'll see Happy take down Dennis there. I think the biggest moments we ever saw when Happy really started to go crazy with the AWP were on Overpass, I think. In a DreamHack Winter 2014, I want to say. I think it was.
I wish my memory was functional then.
But some of these big lands and majors, we've seen Happy do some great stuff. But anyway.
4 AWPs, and we have the auto onto Rain.
Nice.
This is interesting. These guys.
Nice.
Show me what you can do. So Rain's going to be up, looking towards main, but that angle I don't think is very optimal. A lot of players, part of the meta now is to play the CTs to smoke off main and play close to it. There we go. We've got a P coming on top of the box, and that probably will save Kiyoshima's life. Oh, sorry, it's not Kishima there. It's Apex and NBK, so he is elsewhere taking some damage.
Oh, good flash for the teammate there, as Apex will push forward. He actually will get tagged by the AWP, but he's gaining some ground there and gets the kill onto Fox anyway during the reload period, and that's going to be a fallback now from Apex. So he's distracted all the... Look at these players. Both Jakim and Michael are on high alert there towards Ali. They think that there could be players bursting through at any moment. But in fact, EnVyUs, after picking up that kill, is deciding, all right, guys, we are going to group up now. We're going to throw some nades into B, make this look like a B, and then catch them on the rotation, go for the fast play back into the A yard. And KennyS will get the pick on Jakim straight away as well. So what a perfect way to outmaneuver the CTs. Beautiful strategy, beautiful execution mid-round from EnVyUs. And Happy is going to pick up a frag as well. G2 can't even get into position to take a fight, and they're getting picked off.
Dan, G2 could not be more out of position if they were playing Twister. This is a hopeless situation. It's just a case of trying to save now, but they can't even run away. They almost need to hold their ground to try and save. Makaleli missing a shot now, and he's the only one left for his team. He is going to be hunted.
Yeah. Again, this is like that situation on the first map we saw here today, where it was TSM versus Hellraisers and Overpass. We saw, like, during the chaos, during the craziness, TSM were able to switch up their plan and it's something that's kind of complex to do, but they're a really strong team. And we saw that from EnVyUs there. They're like, all right, guys, we got the pick there. Let's fall back out of Ali. Apex could have kept going. He could have kept going, but no. They came back as a team, completely outpositioned all the CTs. That was beautiful.
So the smoke goes down towards main, but are they going to play close to main? Are they going to try and pop flash in there? Well, they've got no nades left, actually. And Happy having a bit of a field day.
Nice.
And Pop Dog once again. But Jake's there to get the close trade. And G2 will move back with that AK and that AWP. And then come back for, I guess, another trade. So they've got a man advantage now, and it could be another gun for them to collect, which is going to make things hard for Envy, although KennyS is there, and we know how well he can position himself in a clutch situation with an AWP. He is on the opposite side of the map from his teammate, though, which is going to make things a little bit tricky here for Envy.
Yeah, nice series of aggressions there coming in from G2. They really caught Envy off this time. BK will get a kill onto Jakim though, which will put things to a 2-on-2, and with 50 seconds left, there's time to work with, although that's not going to help Envy losing MBK now. So it's just down to KennyS. KennyS is pretty good though. Here he goes, looking for the shot. That flick won't connect, but he can get the bomb plant safely. That's going to put the clock on the CTs and force them to move. KennyS now pulling out the AWP. The magic stick, but it will not do the job this time around. Nicely done by G2 to pick this one up with a series of aggressions that really Envy in this round could not keep up with.
So G2 finally get a third round onto the board. 9-6 actually still possible, although it looks unlikely. We'll see how things continue here for the CT side. They're going to have a lot of money so they can get the full buyout now. Will they go for more than one AWP? It doesn't seem they will. And let's see, Makaleli indeed is going to be the primary AWPer in this round again. I think he's playing the connector area. Actually, Dennis has the best spawn for connector though. I would have maybe thrown it to him, although he is playing B, so that's a bit of a change. He will continue towards B on his own, and there are many Envy players maybe coming his way. Could be going to Pop Dog as well.
Yeah, this is potentially could be explosive if Envy just get a quick pick. But actually we see them fall back out of Pop Dog and back into Secret. And it's Happy on the lurk there towards the Pop Dog area.
He's just breaking the glass to suggest a smoke execute towards A. And look how the CTs have reacted. They've got two people very close to Pop Dog to try and combat that. And
they could also fake as well. They could show the execute they showed before and then rush down to Pop Dog because Happy's been covering it. It's also a possibility here for EnVyUs. Nades here, good counter nades coming in from G2, but the damage is going to be done onto G2 in fact. Apex taking the first entry and a second one as well. G2 are starting to crumble. The defense now from the A-bomb site has rotated in, but what is there left to really deal with this? Jakim does find a fast headshot, so things are looking up a little bit, but they're still at disadvantage as G2 try to work their way in. And EnVyUs have a good spread of players here, but Jakim doesn't seem to be stopping right now. That's the second kill from him. And now he and Fox will progress all the way to the bomb, but Happy and MBK still alive. Oh, MBK finds a perfect timing there. Good refrag coming in. Fox going up there. 7 HP on him. Looks for the shot, but it's going to be Happy who will close the round for EnVyUs. 10-3 now to 11-3, I believe. Or 10-3. Shouldn't it be 11-3? No.
I don't think so, Dan.
No, I can't. Numbers. I can't do it, James.
There's a 10 here and there's a 3 over here.
James,
I think it's 10-3, Dan.
I can't do it.
So you saw Happy looking for the AWP there, wasn't able to find it. We'll buy another one. Who cares if you're Envy? Only 3 rounds on the board for G2. They need more. Jacob's reduced to the Mag 7. We'll see how he uses it or if he'll even get a chance. Maybe he'll get shot in the head.
Oh dear. Nicely done there. A good refrag in, but JChem, quick pop off there with the Mag 7. Kill after kill after kill. It's like dominoes, but it's 2 versus 3 in favor of the CTs. However, the bomb will go down on the B bomb site, and Kiyoshima's going to sprint into a forward position, but Rain catches him. Good stuff there for G2, and he's going to close the round as well. That's nice and simple. Nice.
Right, things looking much better. With this one extra round that G2 have. Who knows about the next one, but this is definitely a bit of breathing space going into the second half. But again, there's potential to get one more round on the board. Let's look at the team money. Again, the team money is flourishing. It's in abundance. Their goblets are full with the finest wine from the finest regions of France. That G2, on the other hand, can only muster a CZ for Dennis. Oh no, that makes a lot more sense. He's trolling us, Dan. Double ups for Envy once again. Happy and Kenyes to continue their relentless assault. And finally, I think we might have a pop flash coming in for Makalele to push into main, and indeed he will. I think they could have done with that many rounds before, because this really does choke off a lot of the map for Envy. NBK lurking, but NBK has lost. You'll have to wait for this smoke. I say have to, but this is Envy after all.
I like that G2 were playing close to the Pop Dog and T main area. I think that's a very good way to handle any kind of advances from the Ts. But they've actually fallen back. It looks like they're already thinking that it's going to be B. They've got 3 players in the B yard. So if EnVyUs were to push at all into A, they're going to get so much map control so quickly. So G2 better be right. And the bomb is there by secret, so maybe they are. But EnVyUs can still change their plan.
Yeah, Apex seems to have been in the pop dog area, so he's just making safe patches for his team. And indeed, they are going to rotate into the A site now, the entire team, with 2 G2 players stuck on the B bomb site. They've lost one of them, Jacob, on A near connector. There was a player on site, soon to be gone for G2. 3 versus 4, and they are all again out of position on the CTs. What
an amazing call there from EnVyUs to know to go back into A, that G2 would be out of position there, and Happy will take down Rain with the AWP. So that approach is so labored against the AWP and the AKs there. MBK with a double at the end. 11-4. 4 rounds was kind of what I wanted to see at least from G2 in the 4-5 region. I think it does give them a real opportunity. I never want to count them out, because every time I'm looking at a half like this with the G2 train, they're about to play T side. They're always able to put up some numbers. So I've got some good expectations here for G2 to get to a really close game here.
We'll see, but first they have to survive the variance of the pistol round, if you will. So we've got decoys towards main, towards Ivy, but no actual players. And Envy are going to be entertained by that decoy with 2 players over towards the Ivy position. But it seems the execute is indeed over towards A here for G2.
Yeah, Happy will spot quite a few players there, so he can make the call to his team, and they already have 4 players in the A site, so it's all about hitting those shots, and Rain will open it up. He will open Apex's face with that Glock, and goes Kenyes around the side. First frag there, looks for the second though, all these positions to his team. It's looking quite hard though for EnVyUs to bring this back, and with the bomb ticking away, things are starting to get worse and worse for them. Kenyes being surprised by Fox. Find the second player even. Nicely done. MBK gets eliminated as well. G2 all over this one, so they're going to bring a lot of money into these next rounds. EnVyUs, you would expect nothing less than a force buy with players of this caliber, but how much will they go with this? Okay, full investment on the force buy.
Even Kenny is going for the fourth buy, which is interesting. Obviously, with them playing up to 2 AWPs on the T side, one wondered if they would try to continue that on the CT side, but they're more concerned with using their round lead to go for a full force than rather a conservative buy, trying to save some money. Apex needs to be careful here because there's somebody very close to him. Unbeknownst to him, they have just walked out into the site, and there it is, Dennis to come and trade here for Rain.
But there's a lot of pistols still left to deal with, and I would be very afraid considering some of these recent highlight clips we're seeing out of EnVyUs on these pistols. Happy's there by the bomb train itself with that Eagle. Team solo wrecked. We all know what that is in reference to. Wow.
So
amazing.
Jake is creeping. That's the noise Happy was waiting for. Oh, he could have got himself 2 frags. He will eventually do so. Makalele to trade. Kiyojima to trade back. What's going to happen now? It's Makalele with a scout versus 2. players with a 5.7 and a P250. He's going to have to face with a Glock, and they've both got armor. This is not ideal by any means.
I can't believe it. Actually, I can't believe it completely. It's EnVyUs after all.
Standard Happy plays.
Yeah, that position from Happy there was ridiculous. But the fact that the fact that he was hidden. The thing is, right, that he was covered by a teammate. We saw the teammate getting the refrag almost immediately after he died. So if someone was in a position to attack Happy and get an angle on him, he had a teammate kind of covering that. So it was kind of beautiful how they positioned themselves, and of course he baited them into planting and got the double. So it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing stuff there, and that's going to completely cripple G2's economy. At least they got the bomb down, so that's something. And they do lightly invest into this round, but we should expect a strong defense here from EnVyUs. Hopefully for G2 though, we can get some damage done.
You can see the positioning of that T as well. Just trying to beat a meat shield. But there's always that one corner you don't check, and there's always that Happy around that one corner. So Fox looking for an opportunity to plant the bomb here, but the bomb has fallen down into the waiting arms of the CTs. Jacob soon to follow to the grave. And EnVyUs 3 rounds away from victory. By coming out for G2 again, they'll be lacking those AWPs that they will probably have sorely wanted, at least one. Yep. Lacking the nades as well.
So this is a really important round for G2. I mean, they have to eco if they lose this, and they can't afford to do that. That'll put EnVyUs onto match point. So we get an aggressive push coming in from EnVyUs here. 2 players committed early. I mean, not an aggressive push, but 2 players in addition there towards the secret area. Just at the start, just to deal with any rush timings. But G2 actually creeping Michael behind the smoke into some angles on Yard. Apex might find him first. There it is. Oh, excellent first shot there. That first bullet accuracy from Apex was phenomenal. And that was enough to take down Michael. So now EnVyUs in a man advantage situation. You would expect G2 in this spot to start thinking about trying to get onto a bomb site. But this map is kind of crazy in that spot, in that position. It's like you don't really have map control, or because as soon as you have what you can consider map control, you're on a bomb site in this map.
So, EnVy pressing that advantage now. Happy spraying through the smoke, causing absolute havoc here. Bedlam mayhem, this organization. Dennis remains a similar frag we've seen before in that angle, and he is tearing through this EnVy side, but he's got a few more to find here as he heads towards the site. Again, patient play coming in with that tapping, but just ahead of, above Happy's head. Happy will take them to 14.
So the one thing in that situation with G2 there is that they go a man down, and they know that they have to try to push into a bomb site. They know they have to do something, because EnVyUs can just sit and wait on, and just sit on the lead like forever until they win, because of the CTs, of course, as well. And G2, they pushed all over the place. It was a spot where they should combine as a team, but they were pushing everywhere on the entire map as 4 players, and then if you get a kill in each spot, like you're still not really in a good position. So I'd like to see G2 come together there, but it looks like they're doing that on this round, moving with the numbers and with the pistols.
Wow.
They're picking up the kills. That's why they're so dangerous. And now it's Happy and Apex to save the day. Oh my god.
Well, sometimes you just get deeked, man.
Sometimes you get deeked.
Sometimes you get deeked. Like, G2 have only picked up 1 rifle at this point, and I think Happy has. I mean, there's a potential for G2 to pick up 4 rifles here, so Happy has to try and do as much damage as possible. Dennis is gonna not let him do so.
So James, in that round, analyze this. They walked into Yard and shot everyone. Round when they won the round.
Round over.
Round over.
Thank you and good night. So G2 take 3 rifles stolen from the EnVy side into this round. Great for their lack of economy. NBK gonna buy the scouts. This man has become somewhat of a scout specialist, although its power has been reduced with these new hitboxes. But Train is a map that lends itself towards snipers, so we'll see what he can do.
Okay. Okay, it begins. EnVyUs like, you guys win a pistol run against us? Well,
we have pistols too. We
are EnVyUs after all. Let's see how far they can take it though. Looking good though for G2. Kiyoshima can get out of the picture. Ooh, Apex in with some fast shots. No more bullets left, but still picks up a kill on Michael with the last remaining bullets in the clip. Amazing. Now 2 players left here for EnVyUs, and G2 still trying to eliminate them, but MBK notorious for the jump scout. Oh my god, EnVyUs could very well pick it up. It's down to Happy, 2 men left. Jakem is 1 shot away from death with that dig, and Dennis as well could...
Dan, he's in the same position as last time.
Yep. Oh, he's moving. He's making a lot of sound. He falls out. I actually have no idea what he's doing in that position. Maybe he thinks that they're rotating to B.
That is happy. He always runs in a clutch situation. Almost every single time. He's like, okay, well, I'm just going to run.
It's like the opposite of Adren. Just like walks everywhere.
Just going to run.
I miss Adren already.
Envy still have double the score of G2 at this point, and they're going to go for another half buy with the pistols, with the Scout and the Kevlar onto NVK. Definitely seems to be enjoying himself with that combo. This time he's on top of the train. We'll see if Rain can spot him. Rain, though, is being distracted by a Kenny S on the bomb site. NBK trying to use that distraction to find an engagement here. And indeed, the pistol's coming through and a nade from Happy. So G2 on their last legs maybe here. Only Dennis and Jake can remain versus 4.
Yeah, I mean, they may not have the guns, but they have the positions. They have the chaos working in their favor to the Frenchmen. G2 looking to try to find a good response here. It's Dennis with the AWP. And, oh my god, that would have been so ridiculous. Dennis wants a piece of MBK.
Full rotation.
They're going back. Amazing, what a fake there. Just a simplest fake ever, but it worked.
Now it's not time to get grenades out, my friend, as you are very, very outnumbered. Jake's going to go for the smoke attempt after NBK eventually gets taken down. What
a save there. JKM was definitely not going to live if Dennis didn't get that kill.
2 more players to identify, though. One is close in the smoke in Connector. And again, there's a lot for G2 to identify, and they don't have enough players to cover their backs. The 5-7 coming in from Happy, and Jake goes down. Now it's Dennis with the AWP versus 2. He's been spotted. He's going to go for his own Molotov play, but there's still a lot of time on the clock. That said, there's no kit on these CTs. You can see kioShiMa going for a very awkward angle to make it hard for Dennis to stop the defuse from coming in. And indeed, there it is. He just needs to go for the defuse. And there he goes. He makes the round for his team.
How does kioShiMa not kill him? One bullet.
Excellent decision making there from Dennis.
How does kioShiMa not get that kill? Dennis had like 7 HP. He shot like 5 bullets with a dig and it didn't kill him at like less than medium range. Wow, I'm surprised that. I mean, you know, they'll still have money to buy this round, but still, that was kind of nuts. Amazing that G2 won that round.
The window of opportunity is open for this international side.
Yep. By the way, I just want to say quickly, I loved how Happy and kioShiMa approached that. Was it Apex? I'm not sure. Anyway, Happy will pick up the first kill in this round. And G2 now down a man again.
Again, the CTs get to that angle between T-Main and Connector. The CTs get there first every single time. So you've got to be careful when you're a T engaging that. Now there's a smoke down there as well. Rain still trying to hold things down, still trying to make sure that nobody pushes the angle, but Happy's just going to take pot shots for days, like a young boy with an air rifle, Dan, shooting at cans on a wooden stump.
And MBK, he's going to be able to pick up the frag there onto JKM as they decide eventually, G2, to go into this B-bomb site. MBK's doing a great job though, he's down low, but he's killed so much time for his team at this point, and Fox doesn't know who to shoot at. G2 all on Rain now, but of course Rain is going to find himself 3 kills in quick succession as kioShiMa and Happy now lurk. They know he has to plant the bomb. He has to pick it up as well. And the angles are being held here by Happy and kioShiMa. What a crossfire. Rain has to jump into both of them to get this kill, but maybe not. He finds Happy on the move. In goes kioShiMa though on the refrag, and he'll pick it up. Rain goes down, and the round is claimed by EnVyUs, putting them onto match point 15-8. And, well, G2, I mean, at least they can buy a couple rifles, but this is definitely not a good situation for them.
Indeed, it is all falling apart now. G2 with, well, the question now is, with this Tech 9 and Deagle on Fox Makalele, mainly the Tech 9, are they going to try and close the distance to maximize it? And if so, how are they going to do it? Looks like the Execute is coming in fact, towards the A site with them setting up for nades all over the place. Makalele is coming in with a nice angle crossfire for T's first early frag onto Apex.
Yeah, they're making some progress into the yard now, but they're going to find the rest of the CTs. Rain catching Kenny S on the move, and that's going to be critical as Dennis is going to get a couple kills moving into the bomb train, and life is now very hard for kioShiMa. 1 against 3 with that M4, and the bomb can go pretty much anywhere it wants at this point. Oh my god, kioShiMa finds himself a 1 bullet takedown onto Makalele. Bomb goes down though, and he finds 1 player. The information is key as he looks for the next one. Now game sense is going to be critical. He checks the angle. That's Fox down immediately. Just Dennis left in this one-on-one. kioShiMa looking for the clutch 1 versus 3. That bomb ticking away. Finds himself the kit. And a nade as well. There's the fake. Dennis isn't biting though. And there it is. Dennis finds the angle. He'll allow Kiyoshima to move away though. And Kiyoshima, he's lost too much time. It was a good effort. But Dennis closes the round there for G2.
Always a patient rider is Dennis in those situations, which is always nice to see. G2 survive for one more round. How long can they keep this up for? There's a good opportunity for them to string another round together and some money, as of course winning rounds with lots of players dying is not good for them either. Envy going for a proper eco now, only Apex buying some Kevlar on the smoke. Let's see what the play is, what the anti-eco is for G2. They have the track on the CT economy. Got MBK playing a close position here. He has a P250 as well. Not as strong as the 5-7, but how many can he get? Not going to get any. 3-man push down the choke point will be enough for G2 to take him down. It's going to be an open B bomb site as the CTs come in for the rotation.
Yeah, very fast the G2, and I love how they smoked connected there. That's beautiful. It's pretty much impossible for EnVyUs to actually do it at this point, but you can see that they're just waiting back here, looking for the exit kills, as you mentioned. And what
is this?
Is this position?
Space bar, please.
What?
Space bar, please.
What the hell is going on? That is pixel walking, surely.
What is this? Oh, is he on? No, what?
Oh my god.
Oh, he jumped off from the bomb site.
Can you make that with a boost or something? Or how does that work?
You might be able to just jump there from the bomb. If you can get on top of the bomb site thing. But I don't know if you need the boost to get there. Indeed, Dan. That will require a review.
Okay, so G2, 5 rounds away from going for the overtime. They got a better setup here on the buy, but they're still a little bit weak on the money because EnVyUs. Now they bought Triple D. The Triple D is on the way, but Rain is going to find himself 2 frags. He's eating up EnVyUs players. Oh, happy. Nice shot there. Satisfying with that deep, but he'll only get 1. Just MBK left with the very weak and measly P250, at least in comparison with that hand cannon.
Bomb has been planted.
And the bomb is taken away. Killing daylight here, MBK. Get a move on, my friend. Well, he's doing the smart thing. He is trying to find a player that will go aggressive, get the kill, maybe save the weapon. That's kind of the plan here for MBK with that P250. However, he's not going to find much luck because nobody is daring enough to challenge him up the Pop Dog ladder. Not just yet, at least. Might see somebody enter White Halls, though, from the T-spawn side of things. And perhaps MBK can get the sneaky wrap around. Unfortunately, he won't. You can see Rain is also covering Pop Dog there as well, just in case MBK would surprise. But 15-11 is the score. EnVyUs still on match point. Double AWP in play. And Dennis has got the AWP as well. So with Rain doing the kind of entries he's been doing, perhaps there is a real chance here for G2 to swing the overtime.
The AWPers on Envy are running around in their Y fronts because there is no armor on these players. They will be susceptible to grenades, among other things. There are Molotovs as well here for the G2 side, but first we need to start with the guns. Got 2 players with Happy playing rotation over towards the B bomb site, but it seems that the play is A. Kenny finds the gap, but now there's a gap in his head from Rain. The T's are trying to close the distance here. Bit of a duel there between Kiyoshima and co. Rain going to force him out of position and then try and spray him down, but still miss because of that flash. This is crazy. This is anyone's man advantage for G2 make that 2. Only Kiyoshima and NBK remain, and Kiyoshima's taken a lot of damage as well, so NBK is going to have to come large for his team here. There is a close engagement to come. He's going to take it over Jacob. 3 more to fight. There's a fast 2 frags there for NBK.
Yeah, that's an amazing second kill there. But Kiyoshima's on 13 HP. NBK needs to take initiative here and allow Kiyoshima to play off of him, but Kiyoshima gets isolated, taken down by G2, and NBK has to take down 2 more players, and that bomb is ticking so incredibly quickly at this point, and they will not peek him. Dennis finds an angle as NBK peeks, and that will be 12 rounds now for G2. 15-12 means 3 away, and G2 again, they can do this, and just as I said, you can never really take these guys for granted.
Note how the that 1 versus 2 changed very quickly. As soon as Dennis fired a shot at NBK and it missed, then Dennis's teammate was looking for the trade frag opportunity as well, despite him not going down, obviously. But NBK was looking for it as well. They're all aware of exactly what the situation is. NBK starts strafing to the right, looking for the second player. Now he knows where the first one is. Unable to do it for his team though. 3 rounds left for G2 to take this to overtime again. Envy on the eco here. NBK with the scout, Apex with the Kevlar, and 5-7, and he will go down immediately.
Yeah, it looks so satisfying, kills like that out of J-Chem. Bits of shenanigans again here, 1 player down thanks to Kiyoshima. And well, G2, they haven't really broken out the choke points just yet. It's just actually this push towards B which looks most promising for them. NBK is on the case. And he is not going to do as well, surely. A lot of tagged players, but no frags really for EnVyUs' side. So this should be a pretty clean round for G2. 15-13, and that is going to give EnVyUs 2 more opportunities to close the match.
4 players surviving for G2. Again, good for their economy in terms of their utility with their grenades and so on, going into these rounds. Fox starting with 10k. Another big buy coming out for Envy. Kiyoshima, what is he going to buy? Going for the auto sniper. This could get ugly, Dan.
I wonder where he's going to play it from, though. I see a lot of people going up to the balcony, but the problem with that is that you can get really destroyed there if you're not careful. But they'll go for a quick, aggressive play for the information into Ali, and, well, they won't see a single thing. So it looks like KennyS is going to be pushing with the Silence Them 4 up, all the way up Ali. This is a really fast push from KennyS. It feels like EnVyUs kind of understand what the situation right now, but they're not taking too many chances. They're letting KennyS work. KennyS will work. He's finding his way to the backstab already before they've even come onto a bomb site. KennyS is the pivotal player, but that said, Happy and Apex with defenses as they do take down these offensive G2 players towards the A train yard, and before you know it, EnVyUs shut down everybody as they try to go for a last desperate push into that B.